a Playlyst original.
Welcome to the Pilot Podcast,
where we review the pilot episodes of TV shows to answer your question, should I watch this?
My name is Mitu.
And my name is BJ.
And this week, we're watching the listener-requested Iyanu on Cartoon Network, also on HBO Max.
So stay tuned to find out what magical powers Mitu would like to have.
Okay.
You're okay with that question?
Yes. Until then, why don't you tell us what happens in this show?
A teenage orphan girl named Iyanu, voiced by Sarah Johnson, lives in the magical land of Yorubaland and triggers her magical powers by accident. Soon she will join two other teens to discover the reality of evil in her homeland and learn about her past in the process.
So one thing I love about this show and about any show about a child discovering powers is this coming of age, this grappling of like, I'm a kid, I'm trying to grow up, I'm trying to figure myself out, who I am in this complicated world of Iyanu, and I have these powers that are possibly coming in. How do I manage these? And I think that this show does that push-pull well, and I feel it, I think because this is adapted from a graphic novel, so it has that real foundational base of story.
I agree. I like how they're setting up Iyanu as someone who is trying to figure out what's happening to her. She needs mentorship. She wants friends. And there is this whole concept of figuring out what's next for her.
Though you and I are both iffy on her mentor, Olori, voiced by Adeswa Etomi Wellington. We're not sure about her.
It's a cool take that the mentor of our protagonist might be suspicious, might know more than is leading on, and might not be on the good side. Is that taking it too far?
I think justice for Olori. I think you've taken it a shade too far. Okay. She is exiled, but the elders of this town also seem shaky themselves. So I think if I were exiled by those men, I don't know if there are any rights and wrongs here, but certainly there is more that Olori knows. I feel so confident in that. And there is more that she knows that she's not revealing specifically to Iyanu, let alone us, the viewer at home. And I definitely anticipate some moment where information is revealed and Iyanu has this grappling of like maybe feeling a bit betrayed or hurt by missing information from Olori. That said, I loved seeing their fighting scenes as they trained together. And I loved seeing Olori's knowledge as a witch, like the different things that she was able to impart briefly in this episode. Which leads me to, I enjoyed the animation style, the vibrancy specifically. So I wanted everything that Olori was wearing. I wanted everything that Iyanu was wearing. Get me that red skirt that Iyanu wore ASAP. Like, truly. If you love me, BJ, you'll figure it out.
It's animated.
That said, why was the show kind of like hazy? It kind of had that Western camera lens filming brown country haze over it, but on an animated show.
I don't know the answer. I did notice the odd color filter. I'm not sure if that's a design choice or if it's maybe how the video gets uploaded and processed.
Yeah.
I will say, similar to you, the colors were really vibrant. And whenever we saw magic used in the show, those colors really popped. So it did add to the contrast of the show.
That's true. The magic genuinely popped off the screen because of how hazy it was otherwise, despite the fact that the haze was over what appeared to be very vibrant landscapes and clothes. And so I hope that for season 2, which just came out for this show, I hope they remove that filter. I'm not sure if this is a point of feedback that they received and are able to act on, but if we get a season 3, and if any of y'all are listening, take that filter off, take that haze off. Let us have that vibrancy full effect.
Which would be great because we do see very quickly in this 22-minute pilot that this is a vast world that they've created. We have the magical land. We even get history about divine wars between light and darkness. We have mysterious visions that are hinting to more that's going on. And we get some scenes about the power structure of this city and how everyone is separated, even though some people like Iyanu might want to be included in certain like sectors of the world.
Yes, I saw a review compared this to Avatar the Airbender, and I thought that felt really apt, where it's like child with special powers likely to unite a very disparate and divided world. I thought that there were very interesting conflicts presented with all of the different world building, even within this simple role of like there is this gated town that Iyanu lives right on the outside of. And so they have these meetings of deciding who gets to be in and who gets to be out and why. And I just thought that alone was interesting to listen in on.
I mean, there's a lot of pressure going on for Iyanu to be the chosen one at such a young age. And I hope, similar to Avatar the Last Airbender, that she'll have a good team with her. Because in that show, the Avatar was catching up on world history. And it seems like Iyanu is going to have to catch up on this divine war and what's going on with magic in the world.
All the corrupted beasts
that she might be able to save. Hint, hint.
Do you feel like one thought that came to my mind is when that town leader ran that meeting and so conservatively was like, nope, still voting no on letting people in, even though they have all these holes in their fences. Do you feel like when you eventually get to realize your dream of running a conservative HOA, that you also will get to say, like, no one in the gates, we're keeping this cul-de-sac crew only?
Wow, what a targeted and specific question, which an interesting comparison between a fictional world where people are trying to keep out corrupted beasts that could kill them versus me living in a neighborhood with people and potentially wanting to
keep out the corrupted beasts
peaceful, keep it protected, keep it clean. Because we paid a lot for these properties. And I guess all I can say is I'll take inspiration on how to keep you out of the neighborhood, just on the other side of the gate, because you don't appreciate the manicured lawns.
And that's why the second I saw that man talking about how they need to keep that gate closed, I said, this is exactly how BJ is going to run a homeowners association one day.
And, my block parties are the event of the season, so people are happy. Inside the gate. I don't know about all y'all on the other side.
Okay. Another thing I'm happy with is all the potential of the show. So like you said, they've done so much lore, so much world building. So I feel like there's also so many threads that were introduced in this first episode, but I didn't feel overwhelmed. Like it didn't feel like sometimes in a show, I feel like I'm not being told where to look. Like there's 15 possible storylines, too many red herrings, too many places where this could take us. In this case, it feels like there's 3 or 4 good storylines ahead of us.
I agree. I think they set up the future stories well enough, but this pilot was a little slow. And I think like a lot of other children's shows, this would benefit well from a more episodic formula mixed in with these ongoing storylines, just so there's something to keep us focused on each episode. Like this one, we're really just learning about the world, but I wish there was a threat that they had to take care of in this episode.
That's a good point. A light spoiler is a threat comes up right at the end, but it is not resolved. That's a good point. That would be nice of like, we have all this lore building, we have all of these possible threads, and we watch Iyanu take down a corrupted beast.
Exactly. Or we have to save a missing villager this episode. Or trek across this forest to find a lost object. Just a goal that we can guide us through all these storylines.
That's a good point.
So you do like how I run things and my ideas and my plans.
I like how you interpret the pilot episodes of TV shows.
We could be neighbors.
I don't know. Could we?
I don't know. What are you going to do to your front lawn?
What would our fee be? Like, what is the HOA fee you're envisioning?
Oh, I don't determine that. It's the board.
Wow, you are really prepared to be an HOA president. My goodness. Oh my gosh.
It's for the repairs and maintenance. Who is going to shovel that snow, me too?
Before I get too frustrated, why don't you tell people what you would rate Iyanu on Cartoon Network and also on HBO Max?
I would rate it would watch again while cooking. I think this is a show where you can be a little bit distracted, but still follow along with all of the stories, enjoy some really great action. And personally, I am curious about what does it mean for Iyanu to potentially be the chosen one? How do you feel?
I totally agree. I actually was cooking when I was supposed to come up and record with you because I forgot we were recording right now. So when I go back to finish cooking my dinner, I plan to put Iyanu on. I think it's the perfect show to accompany you for something like that. And I think if you're into animated shows, if you're into a coming-of-age story, this is a fun one.
Did this show inspire you to want any specific superpowers or magical powers? Let's limit it to magical powers.
I would want the ability to teleport.
Why?
Because then I could travel without having to experience the time cost of travel. Like if I want to wake up tomorrow in Lake Como, I could just do that.
So you don't want to support the transportation industry and all those jobs, those people who depend on your plane tickets, your boat tickets, your car rides. I see.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. It's me versus everybody.
That's one less seat that they'll get paid for.
Okay, where can people find more episodes of the very pro-worker pilot podcast?
They can head to our website at thepilotpodcast.com. And they can follow us on all of your favorite podcast platforms.
You can also follow us on social media at thepilotpod, and you can send thoughts, feelings, show recommendations, your desired magic power to askthepilotpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.
Bye.